So you know I got to lean in.
Yes, welcome to another Lunch and Lean. And you guys see who I have here right with me on this Lunch and Lean. Two of the dirtiest desperados who done ever done it down to the lean universe. I got them riding out with me on the Wild Wild West. I am so excited. I don't know. I love everybody down to the lean. Don't get me wrong, but these two my little road dogs, like you know what I'm saying? So I'm always excited to work with them. Hey Sammy, how are you?
I'm doing good. What's up? Let's talk about all this stuff going on.
It's a lot of mess. Antonio, what's going on?
What's clearly, Chase? You know what's going on. I'm waiting on you to tell me what the tea is.
Baby, it's a lot of teas. We're going to get right into it. My name is Chase. Thank you guys for tuning into the Lunch and Lean. I highly appreciate you guys tuning into us every week. Thank you for all the love you showed all of us last week. And hopefully, y'all will continue to show the love. And the ways you can show the love, you can show the love by liking, you can show the love by subscribing, commenting in our live group chat section, commenting in the regular group chat section. And if you want to send us a little coin or two for some lunch, you can do that as well.
And
So we're
share the
gonna
links with your friends and stuff.
share the links with your friends, y'all. Come on now. We're trying to get to the 3K. We're trying to get down to the 3K. And we're gonna get right on into the 3K. We're gonna go ahead and start. Give me 1 second. Y'all know I go every week. So you're used to it by now. Get over it. I want to start by first saying, rest in peace, Irish Grinstead of 702. 702 for me was one of those groups that I think of, the late 90s, early 2000s. I loved 702, and they were everywhere. They were on Cousin Skeeter. I watched Cousin Skeeter. They were on there, you know what I mean? Where My Girl's At was a huge smash. They have hits upon hits upon hits. And in my opinion, this was the mug, the face, honey, of 702. So rest in peace. My favorite member, which is Irish. So did y'all want to say anything really quickly before we move right on?
Rest in peace.
Thank you. All right, we'll move right on. Ooh, this afternoon. How are you doing, Sammy? B is going to be in Houston. What's going on? I feel like it's B Mania going on this weekend. What's going on?
It's already mania. I told you last week my outfit got canceled, so I'm trying to find something to wear, and traffic is already acting up. So
that means you're gonna have a good weekend.
What you pull it out, what you step out with, though.
Yeah.
You said what?
I can't wait to see what you step out with.
Yeah, me either.
Don't wear nothing. Just go. Me too. All right, you guys are gonna move right along.
Who this?
I don't know, but why she slapped that ponytail in that baby head like that? Why would you do that to somebody's child? Why would you do that to your own child? Not even somebody's child, your child. They said it was your child, and you really messed it up. How could you? How could you do that? Is that like normal for people to do that? I mean, I don't have children. I don't know if you guys have experience with children, but is that you want to get one good look at it? Is that okay?
I'm guessing it's just, she wanted, to do the family picture, and she wanted them all to have ponytails or whatever. So, yeah.
A little razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Shout out to her and her baby ponytail.
Hey, that's all that baby gonna be able to have when she get older is a baby ponytail, because her mom
her
head.
They got snatched right on that. All right, you guys. So we do have serious business to get into, but that just really tickled me this week. All them ponytails and them people head like that. That was too much. Let's get right on down to business. Shannon Beader has been in the news lately. So TMZ reported that Shannon Beader was arrested after a drunken night this past Saturday. She was at a bar locally called A Restaurant, which is the name of the bar or the restaurant, and she appeared to be tipsy while hanging out at the bar her entire time there. She was also overheard bitching, moaning, and complaining about Alexis Bellino, former cast member of The Real Housewives of Orange County, although their times never crossed, a few years ago, Alexis's ex-husband, Jim, oh, I didn't put a picture of Jim because he's not cute. Jim sued Shannon and Tamara for comments they made regarding his business, which I believe may have been the trampoline business that they had at the time. And they made some comments about it, and he sued them. So I'm sure that was the nature of Shannon's gripe with Alexis being at the same bar, even though Alexis did not engage Shannon in any activity, any verbal activity. So after that, Shannon leaves. She gets into her car and she's swerving and she runs into someone's property. She goes ahead and then leaves the scene and continues to drive until she gets to an intersection where she, at that time, leaves the car in the middle of the street. She gets her dog, Archie, as if Archie has not been through enough. Archie, well, wait a minute. Okay, let me finish this report and then I have a question. Okay, so she takes her dog, Archie, out of the vehicle with her. She begins to walk. Authorities question her, and she allegedly pretended as if she had not been drinking and was not affected at all. Long story short, she was apprehended by authorities and taken into local custody. Now, Shannon did go ahead and release a statement, and you guys know that I can't see any of the stuff that I put up for y'all weekly. So if it's the wrong one, ooh, it's gonna be the wrong one, baby. The thing is little. Ooh, it's the wrong one, honey. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh, Chile. I can't find it. As a matter of fact, it didn't upload. So there's that. She released a statement through her lawyer accepting accountability for her actions, admitting that she may have a drinking problem and is going to go ahead and take the necessary steps to remedy her issue. Alexis Bellino also released a statement saying that, she wishes her the best and she did not engage with Shannon, although she was at the bar with her girlfriends at the same time. A very classy statement, in my opinion, from both ladies about the incident. Now, I do know personally that Antonio and Sammy have been really wrapped up into this season of The Real Housewives of Orange County. Antonio, how does this play into her storyline, and what do you think about the situation as a whole?
I think the situation as a whole is crazy. And then when they tried to act like, oh, she just got out of the car and left it there. No, the car quit because all the oil had ran out of it. So the engine had locked up because it didn't have no oil in it, and she didn't have no other choice but to leave the car right there. Also, how it plays into this season is because on the Real Housewives of Orange County, there's another housewife by the name of Gina. A couple of seasons ago, she got into some issues with DUI, and Shannon kind of stepped in to kind of help her with the lawyer, stuff like that. But Shannon has kind of dragged that on the past few seasons and more recent, the current season, where she stated that, she's had to step in when Gina caught the DUI charge, so that Gina's kids wouldn't go to CPS, and that she helped Gina find a lawyer, so on and so forth. So it's like she was kind of, beating that dead horse that she had helped Gina so much. But now looking at this situation, she's in a similar situation. And although I don't think she's at risk of her kids, being called, but, Peter might come and try to take Archie, the dog, away from her because she had the dog in the car while she was driving all erratic, like she was filming Fast and Furious 11. And she ran into them people's house and back up and ran over them people flowers and flower pots and everything. It was just soil and all kinds of stuff all up and down the streets of Newport because of Shannon. I really hope that she gets some help, because Shannon, if you've watched her every season, and even this current season, her best friend on the show, Tamara, has mentioned that she, has an issue with alcohol and her consumption of alcohol. So hopefully she'll, get some help, but, who knows?
And just before Sammy gets started, give me 1 second. This is the Gina that Antonio's referring to. I hate Gina.
You could have picked a better picture of
That's
Gina.
the best one I can. What was I going to do? I don't want to disturb the lady at Applebee's when she's working part-time. Sammy, go ahead. I hate Gina. Go ahead, Sammy.
It's unfortunate, but I would be a damn lie if I say I did not cackle at the fact that she I mean, because we watched the video, but then to know that she pulled off and parked the car in the middle of the street, like in the middle of the street, and then tried to get out.
Quit,
Like,
Sam. If she didn't park it, it quit because the
yeah,
oil ran out.
that makes more sense as to why I was in the middle of the street. But for her to get out with the dog, acting like she was just a bystander that was trying to figure out what was going on, it's like watching her, because I'm not familiar with OC. I've watched this season heavily. I've watched every episode. And last season I watched a couple, but she's is she a heavy drinker or she just can't handle her drinks? One of the two. But it's also
bit of both.
A heavy drinker. She drinks her drinks straight.
Yeah.
Well, it's clear to see that along with this relationship that she's trying to keep under wraps, it's just not working in her favor. That from the couple of months ago when she was arguing with him in the restaurant, and to now it's another restaurant incident, and this time she running into a damn house with the dog. And then I thought about the dog, well, like, was he in a seatbelt, a little cage? Was he flying all around the car? Like, that poor dog. I hope she really figures it out. I'm interested to see how Bravo is going to handle her when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Because it's not like some, like, out at the bar, I got into a fight or something. Like, this lady ran into some people's house. And it's on camera.
They're gonna keep her.
Well, you know, they may not do. I'm sure they'll probably bring her back, because if you recall when Luann on New York, you know, when she beat up the police and all of that, you know, they brought her, and she caught the DUI charge and all disorderly conduct and all of that kind of stuff. They brought her right on back the next season.
She slipped out of handcuffs. No shade. You know, I know that we've had some pretty rough references this week, you know, with people bringing up Emmett Till and stuff like that. But
I'm not familiar with them Housewives of New York like that, but from watching
they're amazing.
The little bit that I've seen them clips we shared earlier, and then these OC girls, them women they get drunk and they act.
They get drunk.
Like drunkity drunk. But I wanted to say, I know I kind of had to catch my breath after that Emmett Till reference from earlier this week. However, what I was going to say is the fact that Luann was able to slip out of handcuffs, abuse a police officer, and is not dead is just. And then she's going to keep her job. Luann did keep her job for many seasons. Shannon's going to keep her job for many more seasons to come. They're going to be rewarded for their behavior. And there are other housewives throughout the Pantheon that have stated that, you know, we can't get drunk like those girls do. Not even from fear of network executives, the public. We can't, you know, be as footloose and fancy free. When, you know, Portia had her, you know, moment with Bolo, it became a whole thing, whereas in the Real Housewives of New York legacy, it happens all the time. They laugh it off and they keep it moving. So it's a lot. It's a lot. My question is, before we move on, was Archie in the car the whole damn time she was at the bar too? That was my question. Where Archie come from?
By her ex-boyfriend's house and get the
She
dog?
went by her ex-boyfriend's house because is John her ex?
Yeah. I thought they broke up.
Yeah, they broke up.
Yeah.
But this story, you know, Shannon, just her whole trajectory is just so convoluted, and it is one of the most.
Apparently, when she went by there, they got into an argument as well. So I guess Shannon was like, "Whoever wanted can get it, whether it be Alexis, her ex, Archie, or them people's house."
Archie. You know, I am very, very deathly afraid of dogs, but you know, Archie is just so sweet. He supported her through all of her mess and all of her shenanigans. Do you understand? Archie ran away. She found him. Oh, Lord Jesus, that poor dog won't get a break. And he old already, and he even older than dog years. Good Lord.
He probably was mad as hell when she found him. Mad as hell.
Kicking and screaming. All right.
Done lost her mind.
Archie is so damn sick.
She had Archie in that car swag surfing, child.
Oh Lord Jesus, my God, today. Oh my goodness, don't do that. Ooh. Oh yes, now I did have a picture. I'm sorry, Sammy. I did have a picture of the accident scene. Lord Jesus, all of my pictures did not upload, so we're just gonna go ahead and thug it and bug it. You guys should know who we're talking about. If not, always do a search to see who we're talking about. But you should know these next people that we're going to get into. And it is actually going to be about black love because the black love ain't been black loving lately in the world. So first, we'll go ahead and start off with Jeezy and Jenny Jenny Mai.
My
Jeannie Mai, excuse me. Young Jeezy or Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. Um, they are getting a divorce, and Jeezy has filed, citing that family differences, excuse me, family values and expectations are the reasons why he wants a divorce from Jeannie. Funky Dineva went ahead and did a little bit of an expose on their show. So thank you, Funky Dineva, and he went ahead and poached his sources, and they're basically stating that things such as distance, Jenny's need for everything to be public when Jeezy is a private person, citing instances where there will be a couple of friends invited and Jeannie Mai, excuse me, will turn it into a whole party and a big ordeal, invite party planners and so on and so forth, being the catalyst for the divorce. Um, I honestly thought that they probably should not have been married anyways, considering that she enjoys her black meat on the side and wants her white meat to keep her lean and mean, did not even want children, and then she had a black child with a black man. Let me not. Let me just go ahead and reel it back in. Huh. I don't like her. Never have, never will. I want the best for everybody and for everybody to be happy, but nobody I don't think anybody expected this to be a long lasting union, considering her values going into the marriage. She's also moved her mother in, as well as her brother in the household. And I think that Jeannie has stated on the real in the past that, it's tradition for the mother to come stay with them and things like that. So I don't think that Jeezy was too thrilled about that either. Sammy, did you have any thoughts about this particular marriage not working out?
Well, I mean, are we classifying this as black love? This
Well, he
particular.
black. The children the black.
Okay, well, I mean, I read the little article about them having differences when it comes to raising the kid and her walking the kid somewhere, walking in the neighborhood, and he didn't like that, and her mama moving in. I just think it's certain conversations. Like, what were they talking about before they got married?
Nothing.
None of those things regarding children and life, like none of that popped up. So this, I mean, this coming up is kind of surprising because damn, y'all said y'all spent the whole quarantine together. What was y'all just doing? Just hunting? Y'all wasn't having no kind of conversations with substance regarding what would happen if you were to marry and start a family and things like that. But I mean, the whole black meat on the side. I don't know if he didn't see the clip until after the wedding, but I wouldn't walk down the aisle with her ass anyway, talking like that.
What? On the side. Antonio?
um yeah, well honestly this is like, half black love. Um so yeah. So I can't say that I'm not surprised that it occurred, just because watching her on The View and just some of the things she said, I honestly never would have thought she would have ended up with a black guy.
Let
That's
alone
a
Jesus.
and young Jeezy on top of that.
Black, the blackest of the black.
But even outside of that, I'm with Sammy. Like, what did they not have a talk about family dynamics or things like that prior to going that route? I just feel like y'all, spent money and wasted money on wedding stuff, when if y'all had that conversation, you could have known then that it wasn't it was going to be a compatibility situation that came up. Like, you don't want your mama and siblings don't live with you, so why would you be okay with her mama and her siblings living there with you? That is crazy. And Jeannie does give me the type to want everything to be public. I can definitely see him saying he want to throw a little rib and some smoked sausages on the grill for a few people, and then he turn around and there's 11 people in the house, a whole party planner. There's balloon arches and vases with flowers in them, just all kind of stuff. Like, she done spent $30,000 on what was supposed to be a little $200 barbecue.
And was that real money that good? Because then now who money you spending?
Who said she was spending real money?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: if you was the reason why my man's is still doing them club appearances to keep up with your lifestyle, you got another thing coming. Hit the dough, Jack. I never liked her anyway. Anywho, moving along, ragged ass. Oh, excuse me. Lord Jesus, I just don't like that lady. Ugh, gross. Um, move right along with our bombastic review. Tiana Taylor in our Black Love section has gone ahead and announced that she is separating from her longtime husband, Iman Shumpert. They are going to be peacefully co parenting their children as well as peacefully separating. This comes after years of infidelity rumors. Um, however, Tiana says that the infidelity rumors are not the reason for the separation. And I would venture to say that the reason for the separation, while I can't pinpoint it, it most certainly would not be about any infidelity on Iman's part because it has been long rumored, allegedly amongst Atlanta circles, that they had an open marriage anyway. Don't ask me how I know.
I'm gonna ask you off.
Okay, because I tell you off, but I'm not gonna tell you on. Just know that the people say that allegedly it was open, and so that is definitely not the reason why. I am sad though, however, that this particular union is breaking up because they present outwardly that they are just a fun couple. They love each other. They have loving, fun children. They're just a fun family. And despite those other rumors that have been on TikTok for a very long time about people passing out and being publicly humiliated. I saw past that to what I thought was a great example of black love. So, in my opinion, I am kind of sad to hear that it's ending regardless. Antonio?
Yeah, I agree. This one was kind of sad because, like you said, because they're around, our age, mid to late 30s, whatever. So it is sad to kind of see that. But I do understand, like, you can, be with the person and y'all can have so much fun, and it could, even that, could not make the situation last longer than what it's intended to, last. So I get it, but I do admire them both for kind of coming out with it on their own terms in a way, even though it was kind of like they were almost kind of forced to have to say something just because of, the videos and stuff like that was coming out with him, with the chicks or whatever. But I definitely would have hoped and wanted them to kind of be in it for the long haul and to really, really make it. But hopefully they'll continue to, be on good terms and have a great rapport for their children. So maybe they'll get back together.
I agree. I
Most
will say
definitely.
I applaud them for doing it. Like, it's no, when we have in the world of the goddamn blue faces and croissants, where they're acting the food, and you
Ugh.
got Croy putting Kim outside with a pillow. I'm glad that you have them doing it the way that
She
they're doing it.
deserves some discipline,
So
but
I'm
she
saying, I
should have
mean,
got a little.
it's sad because, like Antonia said, they're in our age category, and they were a beautiful couple with the little girls.
A
And the
beautiful couple.
but I'm glad that they also knew, like, this ain't working for us. Let's go ahead and, regardless of how long we've been together, go our separate ways, because some people will stay in there and then they just build resentment, and then we get the ugliness of the divorces and the separations later on down the line when they knew they should have left years ago. So, I mean, kudos to them for doing it how they're doing it. I wish it wasn't the case, but it is what it is. I do want to know what happened. I want to know what made the people. I'm a little nosy when it comes to that, but nonetheless, they're doing it, and kudos to
I
them.
do appreciate them doing it in their time. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
lastly on the Black Love agenda, Remy Ma and Papoose.
Oh Lord,
Lord Jesus, that'll hurt my feelings because Papoose held that lady down. He held her down while she was locked up doing her bid.
7
And what
winters
did
and
she do?
6 summers.
Oh my God. And what did she do? Allegedly F a battle rapper.
With
So this
bracelets.
has been listen, this has been something I think that has been talked about for a while, off and on. However, in a recent battle rap competition or whatever you call these things, I don't know if you call them competitions. What do you call them?
I guess you can call it a
It's a
competition.
battle
She
rap.
does that a lot.
A
That's
battle
kind of been
rap.
her thing for years and years and years, where she's
Yeah, battle
hosting these
rapper.
underground battle rap, contests or competitions, whether it be between a guy and a guy, a guy and a girl, or 2 girls.
Hmm.
That's kind of been her thing for a while.
Wait, we talking about battle rapping, right?
Yeah.
That's where she came from. That's her.
Chase was trying to be funny. Allegedly. Chase, don't do that.
Allegedly. Listen, and Remy Ma is a hell of a battle rapper because Lord knows she can't lay a hook to save her life. With that being said, yeah, so she's been accused of cheating on Papoose, and the accusations became unearthed in a recent battle rap competition by Geechee Gotti, who did this long spiel in a rap. He was trying to remember all of it. It was so long. But, basically he accused her of effing the help. And he was rapping against a guy named Easy the Block Captain. Do I sound like one of those like older people who just does not know anything about rap right now? Because that's how I feel. He was rapping against Easy the Block Captain, and Easy the Block Captain went ahead and responded basically saying that if you heard anybody knock me out about a woman, I ain't mad at the man. And he's not dead. It's because I left with the woman. I still got her still. So that comes out. Then there's a video with him, with Easy the Block Captain and Remy Ma in close proximity to one another. And then Remy Ma released a statement saying it's battle rap, doesn't bother her in the slightest. Um, Either one of you guys, do you guys believe that this is true? Big Mama, is it true? I'll never forget that. Is it true? Like, do you guys think that after we've seen all this footage that's been all over the internet lately, that it's true? I guess.
I think based on what we've kind of seen over the last month or two with separations and divorces and stuff like that, that anything could possibly be true. She doesn't have to, or anybody, because people say a lot of stuff about celebrities all the time, and a lot of times they don't really come out and deny it or anything like that. They just keep it moving. But I thought she would have kind of attempted to denounce those allegations in some type of way, like, oh yeah, it's just battle rap. He was just talking blah. Ain't none of that true. But she never said anything like that. And I hope that if they have decided to part ways, that it wasn't on anything in reference to infidelity, just because we know she went to jail many years ago for shooting someone, and he was married her and kind of held her down and everything while she was up top for 7 winters and 6 summers. That's what she says in a song. That's how long she was gone. That's how she kept up with the times. She watched the seasons. That's what she said. So she was gone for 7 winters and 6 summers, and he stuck beside her. And you mean to tell me that? But let me say this also, if it is true that this is the guy that she's dating allegedly, you can clearly see that she kind of has a type as it comes to dudes. If you go watch the battle rap and see the dude, it's like, oh, okay, she kind of got a type. Yeah.
What's her type?
A
little kind of dusty, rough around the edges, dusty. Like Papoose is cool, but I'm just saying, rough around
the corner of them lips he got to get sometimes, I think.
Rough around the edges, not just so kept, but not like, but and that's kind of
dipping in a little bleach a little bit. That's what you're talking about, like that. That's what they give. Dipping in a little bleach.
But they did say the dude have braces, and Papoose never got braces or anything like that. But
so he doing better.
Could be not. Who's to say?
Sam, you want to move on, or what you want to do?
I hope it's not true. I do know that Remy, we've known her to be very direct, and like Angelica,
yes,
she has not said that it's not true or anything of the sort. So if they have separated, maybe it's just they don't want to bring it to the public yet. But I sure was wondering who was watching the baby girl while she was out there with them, and all I could think was she left Papoose at home with the kids once again while she out doing her damn thing.
But Sammy, I don't know if you watched when she first kind of got out and she was on Love and Hip Hop, and he was asking her for the baby. He was telling her, "You could just have the baby and like give it to me," So,
and she was very hesitant. So I don't know. I would hope that she didn't play that man the way he held her down, and But we do know Remy's very direct, and she has not said once, him or her, that this is not the case. So
yeah.
Remy Ma, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Okay, you guys. We're gonna move right along, and I just have a question, and I want you guys to answer this question after I give you these scenarios, and let me know what you think. Is it problematic or is it woke? And then we're gonna go ahead and bid you adieu for this episode of the Lunch and Lean. So please make sure that you guys like and subscribe to this video, interact with us, buy some merchandise to show how much you love us. We're coming up on our anniversary too, I think, in a couple of months. So, and we're coming up on a big rush week with Beverly Hills, Married to Medicine. Good Lord,
Potomac.
Beverly Hills, Potomac. New York was amazing this past weekend. Salt Lake City. My God, you guys did a bang up show last night on Salt Lake City. I had me hollering last night down to that thing. You
I
hear me?
still need to watch
Yeah,
it.
go make sure y'all go watch Salt Lake City and
It
like
was
and
so good.
subscribe.
Yes. So we're gonna move it right along with our bombastic review. Oh, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta as well, excuse me. We're gonna move right along with our bombastic review. Problematic or woke. Let's get into it. All right. So recently Monique has sued CBS, citing that she has Monique has sued CBS, citing that she has not received adequate payment for the Parkers. The Parkers ran for about 6 seasons and subsequently has aired every year on television in the last 24 years since they ceased production of new episodes. Countess Vaughn came out in support of her co-star and supports her in this lawsuit. Monique references a time where Dave Chappelle admitted that he signed a bad deal with CBS for his show because he was a desperate person at the time and he signed it out of desperation. And CBS did go ahead and make things right. Now, we do know Monique's long history in her battles for justice, and they normally, eventually, always end up shaking out. I mean, heck, I was even at the Netflix premiere, the Netflix special, so that just shows you how Monique hard Monique works for her justice. Um, I'm just going to say, and I'll always say it, pay people what they are worth. If that show made what she's claiming upwards of $700 million
Yeah.
since then, pay those
Since
people what
then,
they're worth since
Since then,
then.
yes.
Since then.
wow.
Pay the people what they're worth. And the reason why I know that she probably has a case, or I don't know, I feel that she has a case is because in television, right? Um, Before the streaming platforms came in and changed the game, you were hoping to be on a show at least 3 to 5 seasons. Normally, after the third season, when you saw some good money, but the third season also meant that you had enough episodes eligible for syndication. I know for a fact that the Parker still is syndicated. It still comes on television today. Pay those people their residuals, pay them their money, and hopefully Monique gets her money. But hopefully, the Yvette Wilson estate gets her money. Countess Vaughn gets her money. Dorian Wilson gets his money. All the other co-stars, Jennifer Oy gets her money. Like, pay these people their money. What do you guys think? Is it problematic or is it woke? Sammy.
Yeah, this woke. If you made $700 million on my work since we stopped, and streaming is the name of the game now, y'all can give me some of that. $700 million. I understand why people would probably look at it as problematic coming from her because of her past dealings, but even then,
She was
it,
right.
even then. So I mean, pay them people. We know that I Parkers is on like how many streaming? I know I've seen it on Netflix. They took it off of Netflix. Wasn't it on BET Plus? And I don't know if it's still on there. It's like I'm sure it's on a couple of streaming apps. So I mean,
But
y'all
it's
are
still on television too, Sammy. I think it still
yeah
comes
that
on
too.
Yeah.
BET.
So I mean, I think it's pretty woke. I say pay the people, pay them people, and she's an Oscar she's a Oscar winning actress. So why does she have to fight so hard to just get her just due? It's kind of pathetic at this point.
Antonio?
I agree with Sammy. I think you guys have made that if they really have made that much money off of them, give them a little piece. And I in her interview, I did see the part, and I appreciate when she said this. She's not trying to like break the bank, and she wants all of it. She doesn't want any more. She doesn't want any less. She wants what's due to them. So go ahead and cut them a check. But y'all clearly is not even gonna feel it. Cut them a check.
I love that quote when she said to Antonio, "Don't pay us any more, but don't pay us any less." She's
Yep.
absolutely correct. Lastly, problematic or woke. Angelica Ross has hit out at Emma Roberts and she's hit out at Ryan Murphy, who is the creator of shows like Glee, American Horror Story, The Fabulous Pose, even The New Normal that had Nene Akin, on it. And her co-star on American Horror Story, Emma Roberts. I did go ahead and get some of those screen grabs, but They're so small, I can't tell you which one it is. So if I throw it up, it'd probably be the wrong one. So I just do my best. However, Angelica Ross hit out at both of these people. She's stating that she pitched Ryan Murphy an idea for an all-black female American Horror Story season. He was highly interested. He was saying that he was going to go into work on it. Now, this is during 2020, during the height of the pandemic. And since then, she had been locked in a first position contract with no word from him as to whether or not he was going to go ahead and actually pursue after his initial thoughts. She passed on to Marvel contacted her twice to work. Oh yeah, I got it right. Marvel passed on her. Marvel contacted her at least twice to work, but she couldn't because she was stuck in that contract. Then she says when it comes to Emma Roberts, there are allegations of transphobia on the set from Emma on more than one occasion. And so, Emma Roberts already has a reputation that we've seen visually of being a bit problematic. Her friend is Leah Michelle, and that's already a problem in itself because Leah Michelle can't even. Let me not say that because I don't want to offend any viewers who couldn't identify with that. But Leah Michelle is a piece of trash too, and that's not alleged. And so she's hit out at Emma Roberts. Could someone read that tweet for me?
It says, the funniest part, we're all sitting around and I'm copying Cody's accent. Didn't know he had one. Emma then copies my voice and laughs and drops it several octaves. I was shook. She read me for blood with my own words. Of course, I was self-conscious about my voice on set after that.
Okay. She later then let us know that Emma called her to apologize, and Emma will be working to end her part in trans hate as well as educate herself more on trans matters. Angelica says her line is going to be open for Emma in the future if she ever wants to actually stand on the things that she promised her over the phone. Sammy, problematic or woke?
It's woke, especially the whole Ryan Murphy part. Like, don't place me in a contract and have me standing still and you not reaching out to me, let me know what needs to be going on. It's already hard enough for a black trans actress to get work. So you put me in this contract and you not moving me nowhere, and then I got Marvel of all people calling me and I can't take the call because I'm waiting to hear from you. I wonder if it's something in her clause where she can maybe like sue him for something, maybe money that she could have made but didn't make. I don't know. But the man being Ryan Murphy, you could have reached back out to the lady and said, no, do something else, or it ain't gonna happen, but to just ghost me and you got my signature basically holding me hostage. I don't like it. She did better than me because I would have been aired him out long ago.
Antonio.
Yeah, I agree with what Sammy said. Ryan probably would have just had to sue me or take me to court, because if you ain't calling me back and somebody else calling, I'm gonna go ahead and take that call and I'm gonna go on over there, and we just gonna have to try to worry about that fallout later on. You know what I'm saying? I think it and then people will probably see this and be like, oh, well, she's really not gonna get any work now. She probably wasn't gonna get any more anyway, just because Sammy said it's so hard for her already as a black trans woman to get work. So yeah, she was probably putting up with things that she normally wouldn't put up with, because I still got to show up for, this job. I need this job. I need this check. So I get it. Even them being celebrities, sometimes there are things that they settle for just so that they can be able to make sure that they still have an income coming in, just as us as regular working class people, go to jobs where we may not be happy with, and we put up with things that we probably normally wouldn't, but we need that check right now. So we got to do it. So I think, I hope at this moment she can take this situation and turn it around and, I don't know, create something, of her own, or carve out her own lane, in some type of way that would be, amazing. But shit, sending up prayers for, because I think once you, start to out people, especially people on that large of a scale, it gets harder for you to be able to get work. And I think in this case for her, she has it double extra hard. Like, not only is she a black actress, but she's a black trans actress. So she's going to have to fight even harder to try and, find a way to make money in that industry.
Absolutely correct. If we don't have anything else, we'll always have Candy. Pay the girls and treat them with respect. With that being said, I want to thank you guys. Oh, by the way, I both felt that they were both woke. I want to thank you too for taking the time to show up with me this afternoon for lunch. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you guys again like and subscribe to videos. Watch all of our videos, comment on everything in the group chat sections. And we're gonna go ahead and try to salvage the rest of our lunch. I am so hungry. I'm so hungry right now. With that
I'm
being
so
said,
hungry.
I'm so hungry right now. Y'all have a good afternoon.
Ah.
Peace.